Hello everyone and welcome to my polytunnel once again. It is Wednesday today and I had such a good feeling actually after my live stream, the last one I did. So I thought that I had to make another try and just to get used to it, to show my garden and to talk with you in this way. I don't know yet if you are awake, like in the United States, but in Europe you are sure awake. It is afternoon here in Sweden. I have made a pause. I am writing at the manuscript to my third book about winter gardening. And it's really a good time to do it. I will turn the camera. I don't know if you can see how the weather is like outside my polytunnel. It's snowy, snowy, snowy. It's really beautiful, but it's also very windy and cold. Of course, because it is winter. Actually, we had a huge garden exhibition in Sweden last weekend, and I joined it, of course. And I got home with several new plants for my garden, of course. I bought a Chinese plum tree, for example. I bought 2 plants of mini kiwi, and I bought a new haskap berry. I already have I think 30 haskap berry plants planted in my garden, but I just couldn't let that one be because it was a new variety, so I bought it, of course. And I have 3 or 4 new vines. And what I usually do when I get home with new plants is that I put them here in my polytunnel before I'm able to plant them outside in the main kitchen garden. But today it's not possible, so I keep them indoors instead. I always check the weather app in my phone to get to know about the temperatures, night temperatures. I am most interested in that because here in my polytunnel I have several plants, vegetables that I want to protect from the cold temperatures. And I think it was yesterday I brought out my savoy cabbages and planted them here in my polytunnel. And I covered it with fleece, and as you can see there are 4 plants. They are sown in January, and I have made several videos where they are shown in my Swedish channel. Alright, so I covered it with 2 layers of fleece, and I measured the temperature. I have one of these for the air, and one is for the soil. So this is in the soil. Right now it is 5 degrees Celsius, and that might be 40 degrees Fahrenheit, right? And tonight it was damn cold out here. It was 10 minus outdoor, and it's really, really cold winter weather. And it was it was cold for these plants. Unfortunately, they have frozen a bit, but I am sure they will keep the health if I can treat them well. So now in daytime I have I removed the fleece. I'm not sure how they are doing, but hopefully they will be able to harvest some of the outer leaves in about 4 weeks. And the hearts, usually I can harvest it in May, but I am not sure if that will be possible this year. I can give you a short look outside the door. Oh, doo-doo, snowy. Actually, I was a bit disappointed because yesterday morning when I looked out, it was only like 1 centimeter of snow, and it looked as if it was going to be a very nice day. And then I started to work, and all of a sudden when I looked out again, 2 hours later maybe, it was like 10 centimeters of snow. So it's a long and quite hard winter this winter in Sweden. But it's all right. I mean, the kids are happy, and I am too. I am writing this book about winter gardening in Sweden. It is, as far as I know, the first book about this subject in Sweden. So it's really exciting to be able to do this. And about winter gardening, I think this is pretty much it. I grow vegetables that I can overwinter here in my polytunnel, and I also make several sowings winter time in containers and in my garden beds, just to have this early harvest, early spring. This is also one of my things that I bought in the garden exhibition. Isn't it lovely? I was a bit surprised actually that I bought it because it was the last thing we spotted and bought. Me and my colleague Elin, we just passed it, this pink bird, and she said, "Oh, it's nice pink bird." And I said, "Are you going to buy it?" "All right, if you buy it, I buy it." This is a typical thing that my kids would love if they went to a garden store. They would stop by and they would say, "Oh, can we buy it?" And I would definitely say, "No, we will not buy it, because it's just too odd." And I bought it, and I brought it home, and the kids said, "Oh, did you buy that one?" It was great. So now my idea is to move it around as a pet or something. All right, I will just show you a few things. Sapper Gardener, good morning. Yeah, it makes the garden more fun. I agree on that one. Yeah, I do. I also bought some other China birds and a crazy frog. You know, we do have a 2-year-old boy, and he just loved this artist Crazy Frog. It's just crazy music. And so the boy Lua, he got a crazy frog. I can show you that one some other day. But here you can see my spinach. Spinach is actually one of the most important vegetables in my winter garden, because I can overwinter it. Not plants this size, but bigger plants, and I can sow it winter time in containers and trays to get an early harvest in springtime. So this one is I made this sowing in February. So in just a few weeks I will have harvest. I try to create new spaces to keep my plants, and this is a really good construction that I found out. I simply have it tied up in the roof. Right, so here nothing germinated here. This is like cabbage and kale, winter sowed. This is also a kale. No, it's not a kale. What do you say about? Well, it's a brassica, winter sown, and as you can see, it germinated even though we have this winter with very cold temperatures. Summer flowers. I don't exactly know the name of this flower, but as you can see, it germinated as well. And this one is my treasure. Here are rocket. I made this sowing actually live on Instagram a few weeks ago. I just sprinkled the seeds all over the surface, and it will grow up to layers of green leaves, and I cut it with a scissors, a pair of scissors. Is that how you say it? And it will be so tasty for our sandwiches and salads. I keep this layer of fleece on top just to protect it from the very cold temperatures nighttime. I hope all of you watching this have your own winter sowings at home in a greenhouse or whatever. This is another one, and here I have garlic. And I keep the very small bulbs, you know, the tiniest, and I put them very, very closely in this container, and now it starts to show. And as it grows, I cut the leaves. So this one is only for harvesting leaves, not for the garlic itself. Sugar snap peas, winter sown, of course. And over here are lamb's lettuce. Oh, this is really nice things. I managed to take cuttings from blueberry plants last year. I have made several experiments with this, the blueberry plants, and it's very difficult. But last year I used a rooting hormone, Clonex. It's not actually allowed to use in Sweden, but I don't know how I got it. I got it from a Swedish web shop, and then I later heard that it's not legal to sell it, so this will be our secret, right? And I managed to take 35 nice cuttings, and here they are. I have given away some to some of my friends. I have buried them in this bed over winter, but I just recently got them up from the soil. I have to put them somewhere, but I'm not sure where yet. And over here I think it's fantastic. This is a nice garden bed, quite typical in my polytunnel. It doesn't look like anything special. Over here you have some overwintered spinach, but all this from here down to here, it's about 2 square meters, and now you can see easily, ta-da! Even though it's damn cold winter time, this is radishes, I believe, but I have sown like pak choi and carrots and Chinese cabbage over here. So many things are possible to grow winter time. And my feeling now, even though it's very cold, I think it's a nice year, and it started nice as well. Now it's the end of March, and another year I would probably be outdoor in my kitchen garden. I had an idea a couple of days ago, before I went to this garden exhibition, that I would prepare another garden bed in the main kitchen garden for carrots, etc., and parsnips. It seemed to be possible when I left the other week, but now when I come home, it's just seemed to be forever until I can do anything outdoor in the main kitchen garden. And basically I think that is one reason to have a nice and big polytunnel or greenhouse or whatever, because in here I can do plenty while waiting for snow to melt outdoor, for example. But I long to be out in the main kitchen garden. I long to, carry things. I long to dig in the soil. I love to see my children run around in the garden. I long to do garden projects together with them. We have 4 children in the family, and they all love to be outdoor. And the youngest, he is, as I said, he is 2 years old, and I don't really know how he acts in the garden this summer. I don't know what he likes. I don't know if he, find anything new that he loves to eat, for example. I don't know what he likes to do. So there are many new things for me to discover this summer. Well, if only the snow could melt some bloody time. Well, while waiting, you can read my Facebook page with short updates, Sara's Kitchen Garden, and watch my YouTube for more videos, short videos and sometimes a bit longer videos about how I grow my kitchen garden. And today I was hoping actually that I could be outdoor showing you the garden, but it's so windy and I am a bit afraid that it will be too noisy. The wind destroys the sound actually. And I am very careful about that. I have been working for the Swedish radio, being a radio journalist and the host of radio shows. So, the thing with the sound is very important to me. So for now, have a lovely day wherever you are. If you have the day maybe in front of you, hope that you will fill it with some garden things. And if it's evening sooner or later now for you guys in Sweden and Europe, have a nice evening too. And we'll hear from me soon again. Bye bye. Can't stop it.